Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I am Teiwaz. I hope you're having a great day. If this is the first time you've ever stumbled upon one of my videos and you find yourself enjoying it, please smack that thumbs up button. It helps me tremendously. And subscribe for more content just like this. Today, we've got another Battlefield 1 history lesson for you. And today we're gonna be talking about the MP18, which technically, in modern usage of the term, the MP18 was the first practical submachine gun. Though, an interesting fact, it was actually beat out in 1915 by the Italian double-barreled Villar Perosa, which at the time of production was classified as a light machine gun. And it was actually used mounted on aircraft. So it really wasn't an SMG, though it was designed like an SMG, but classified as an LMG, a light machine gun. So yeah, it was kind of confusing, but the MP18, in 1915, the German Rifle Testing Commission decided that there was a need to develop a new weapon for trench warfare. They attempted to modify the existing semi-automatic pistols, specifically the Luger and the C96 Mauser. The first attempts failed because the lightweight and the high rate of fire of 1,200 rounds per minute made the guns impossible to control. I mean, you can imagine, that's just crazy talk. Full-scale production of the MP18 began in 1918. That's why it's called the MP18. Machine in Pistola MP18, Machine in Pistola 1918. Makes sense, right? 5,000 to 10,000 of the SMGs were built based upon observed serial number ranges of the captured weapons that were just found all over the place. The serial numbers ranged anywhere from 1 to 10,000. So, I mean, that's how many could have been made, and they could have skipped serial numbers, and I don't really know how the whole production system worked or whatever. But, I mean, if you guys want to do your own research, you could look into it, I suppose. It was designed specifically for the tasks of clearing trenches where engagements were unlikely to occur beyond the range of a few meters. However, it also excelled at urban combat, mobile combat, and guerrilla-style warfare. So it's just an all-around good gun. The common myth surrounding the MP18 is that the Treaty of Versailles banned the production and the use of the MP18 by Germany, when in fact the treaty only limited the number of the machine guns that Germany could stockpile. No mention is made in the treaty of machine pistols, which is a different classification entirely, or the MP18 in particular. There's no mention of the MP18 in the Treaty of Versailles. The MP18 served primarily in the final stages of World War I in 1918, especially in the Kaiserschlacht offensive, also known as the Ludendorff offensive, which was a series of German attacks along the Western Front, beginning on the 21st of March in 1918. Over 1.1 million shells were fired, and at the end of the day, 7,512 soldiers of the British 5th Army were dead, with another 10,000 wounded. And by the end of the second day, the British 5th Army was in full retreat altogether. They were just running. They were gone. The MP18 opened the way for a whole new class of weapon, and even changed the warfare tactics for modern combat. The design of the MP18 formed a basis for most SMGs manufactured between 1920 and 1960. The gun weighed 11 pounds when fully loaded with its 32-round snail drum magazine, which was derived from the Luger artillery pistol. So they took the magazine from that and they added it to the SMG. The magazine chambered a 9mm parabellum round and required a proprietary loading tool to properly load the magazine. After 1920, the MP18 was modified to use a straight magazine similar to those used in the MP40 submachine gun. The MP18 could only fire in fully automatic mode, and it had no mechanism to change its fire mode like most of the modern weapons today. The MP18 was reverse engineered, and many different prototypes were made by many different empires, along with many captured weapons going to other nations. Bergmann sold the license to the MP18 to SIG Switzerland. The Swiss made an SMG known as the SIG Bergmann 1920, which was chambered in a .30 Luger, 9mm parabellum, and a 7.63mm Mauser. The Chinese produced a modified MP18 in a 7.63mm caliber with the assistance of Heinrich Valmer, a German small arms designer. The French designed the STA 1922 based on captured MP18s they had studied. The French MAS-35 and MAS-38 derived from one of those prototypes of the post-war. The MP28 was created from the MP18 by Heinel under the supervision of Hugo Schmeisser, which was later copied by the Second Spanish Republic and chambered in a 9mm Largo. It even made it as far west as Canada, where some of the captured MP18s were used with the Alberta Provincial Police. The Soviet Union made use of the MP18 design by creating their PPD-40 SMG in 1934. Further development of the weapon led to the simplified and mass-produced PPSH-41. So one of the biggest issues with the MP18's design was a malfunction when the butt of the gun was given a hard knock while the bolt was fully forward. The gun could accidentally discharge. The force would overcome the action spring's resistance, moving the bolt rearward enough to pick up a round, chamber it, and then fire the round. It was important to keep the chamber of the SMG closed to prevent the firearm from getting dirty and debris inside it and jamming the action. So, I mean, it was kind of a catch-22. Either you left it open so that it wouldn't fire, or you left it closed to keep it clean. Yeah, man. That sounds rough, dude. Like, the life of a soldier must have been rough, like, just terrible. I mean, it was either keep it clean or keep it from shooting yourself, you know? So if you, like, just set it down a little too hard, the chamber would open, load a bullet, and then it would shoot. And, yeah, that would suck if your hand happened to be over the barrel, I suppose. But anyway, that is the history of the MP18. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe for more content just like this. I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.